Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of the Epic Summer of Make-Alongs vlog. I think I got that right. I'm Tina from Warneth Yarn and Fiber. I'm going to try to keep this short because I am starving and I'm brain dead, and it's 4th of July. Happy freaking birthday, America! Love this country. Love this country! Anyway, yeah. I'm going to try to get everything out in concise a fashion as possible because I would like to go eat. I also have a ton of work to do. Thank you to everybody who has given me a ton of work to do. I love you. Mwah. Okay, so first off, confession, I did not get as much done this week as I would have liked. Work, stuff that was not work because I had to physically go to the bank and then go to my storage unit and if you watched this week's Wildcard Wednesday, you'll know the whole story. So let me start with what's going on in the shop. First up, we have this week's Makeover Monday. It's a really cheerful, sunny yellow and white with purple speckles. This was a makeover of a yarn from my high tea collection. This is Lemon Lavender Lane. I swear I know my own yarns. Okay, Lemon Lavender Lane. You can watch the Makeover Monday video. I also have the swatch up. I forgot to bring it over, I'm sorry. But I have the swatch up on my site if you want to, and on my Instagram if you want to go look there. So, yarn number 2. This is my Wildcard Wednesday yarn. This is A Little Rain Must Fall. You can watch the story behind that in the video in this week's Wildcard Wednesday. Yada, 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 boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got that out of the way. So, this week being what it was, and Tuesday being an ultra sad day for me, Tuesday was also the first day of the Knits and White Satin Make-Along. So instead of doing the tank top that I had originally planned, because I did originally plan to do a tank top, I suddenly, either I had a brain fart or I didn't recognize the pattern anymore. I would swear the pattern that I had picked out, which of course I didn't write down because why would I do that, right? That would make sense. I'm just a dumb blonde over here. Dumb blue. Whatever. Anyway, I probably should have written the pattern name down when I first saw it, but I thought, it's in my favorites on Ravelry, so when I need to find it again, it'll be there and I can just go get it. It disappeared or something. I don't know. Can't freaking find it, or I'm looking at it and I don't know that I'm looking at it. Change of heart. I don't know. But since I was so sad on Tuesday, I thought to myself, you have all this sparkly yarn. Why don't you knit yourself a sparkly white dress? Now, am I ever going to wear a sparkly white dress? Probably not. Probably not unless I get married or something, and that's never happening. So the answer is probably not ever, unless I want to dress up as the Tooth Fairy and wander around Central Park someday. I could be the Tooth Fairy for Halloween. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. Am I knitting my Halloween costume? Oh my goodness. However, okay. I did the knitting math here. Here's the thing with this pattern. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. It's called I think it's Enchanted Evening. It's a beautiful pattern from Drops. I am really intending to explore more Drops patterns because I really like them, as I've expressed in previous videos for various reasons. Now, if you look at the lady in the picture, if you recall, the neckline on this dress fits kind of like my t-shirt. It's right around the base of her neck. So I looked at the measurements, and now I'm also going to put something else on the screen here to show you that I'm not making this up. Somebody tell me, am I reading this incorrectly, or are there 2 different sets of measurements given? Because the measurements on top that correspond to the small, medium, large, blah, 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 do not correspond to the measurements on the actual freaking diagram. So to be safe, knowing that my bust is 41.5 inches around at its fullest, I went for the extra large size, as according to whatever version that was. And I cast on. Now, I'm using... Let's not beat up the microphone. I'm using Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton with the sparkly version. Now, I can't find anywhere on the label. Maybe I haven't looked in the right place. Oh, God, my eyes are getting old. Jesus. Okay. It tells you should use a size 8 needle. So that implies it's like worsted weight. However, I would classify this as like a heavy DK, if that. I wouldn't really call that worsted. However, I'm not always the best judge of these things, so maybe I'm a little off with that. However, I also, in casting on, I didn't have a size 2.5 needle. I had a size 3. That's only a half needle size. What I got, and if I still have the picture, I'll put it up here. When I did the original cast on for an XL, the neckline was so comically huge. I was like, dude, I could wear this off my freaking shoulders. Like, yeah, I'm a chunky monkey, but I have a small frame and my shoulders are not super wide. And I was like, and that's nowhere near what it's supposed to look like. So I kind of went along with it for a bit because, you can't always tell how huge something is going to be until you like get down a few inches. So it's 1.5 inches for the neckline. I get past that. I start, I transfer to the bigger needles to do the yoke. And that's when I realize, girl, that is a big ass neckline you have there. And I'm thinking, I'm like, where did I go wrong? So I ripped it out and I thought, okay, if my gauge is that like comically ridiculously off, I'm just going to do a size small because that's what size I knit the Knit with Joan sweater, my Knit with Joan sweater, which I will get to in a little bit. I knit that in a small and it fits fine. So, I mean, for the most part, I'm going to have to redo the sleeves, I think, but getting ahead of myself here. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just do the small. So I recast on small. Guys, it's still huge. It's still freaking like, this is not going to just fit nicely around the base of my neck. So, and I kind of realized that, of course, once again, after I'd gotten to the end of the ribbing and I switched to the needles and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So what I could have done is gone back and knitted the ribbing on like size 1 needles or something ridiculous like that. But I said, fuck it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to fuck around and I'm going to find out. Mind you, I did not do any math. I did not do a gauge swatch. I probably could have at this point, probably should have. But as somebody older and wiser than me once said, gauge swatches lie. And I just wanted to knit. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to make sparkly, pretty, happy baubles. And can you see that? Yeah, that looks pretty nice there. It's sparkly and it's pretty. And so then I did finally do the math because I was just curious. I was like, okay, how bad is how off am I that this is like comically huge? And also, is the small going to fit if I continue knitting? Like, is this actually going to fit? So I did the math. First of all, okay, I should be getting 5 1/4 stitches to the inch. I'm getting 5. That's a quarter stitch. Like, also, like, how do you even measure a quarter stitch? I could be dead on with gauge for as far as I know, but it looked like it was 5. I mean, I went down to per inch instead of per 4 inches. I guess I could have gauged for 4 inches, but I didn't because I just never do. I don't know. Am I the weirdo that always goes down to 1 inch because I don't want to count all those stitches? I don't know. Anyway, there's probably a reason people do it in like 4-inch blocks, but I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl, I guess. I don't follow rules. Whatever. So... And I'm using the correct size needle now. I'm using a size 6 needle. My gauge is not that off. I did the math, and it seems that when I'm done with the yoke, when I'm done with all the increases on the yoke, I should have 276 stitches on the needle. So I did the math for that, and that should be 55.2 inches, which my bust at its fullest, being 41.5, should easily encompass everything. Small is going to fit me just fine. So I kind of noticed at the beginning of the pattern, or kind of throughout the pattern, they stressed a lot that needle size is just a suggestion. So I don't know if the person who initially knit the pattern or designed the pattern is like a super tight knitter, like, which how are you going to do bobbles with super tight knitting? Like, I wouldn't call myself like a sloppy loose knitter, but okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of freaking nups there. A lot. Okay, we're talking a lot. And if you're a really tight knitter, that's going to be physically painful. So I don't know what was going on there, but I think it's all going to work out now, and I'm going to have my sparkly white dress. I did today buy, because Hobby seduced me with a little notification that said, for U.S. customers only, you get an extra 10% off your order. Now, it turns out that you don't get an extra 10% off. Oh, my light just went out because my cat just decided to step on my plug. Hang on a minute. Okay, lighting issue resolved. Can I blame that on you? Was that you? Or was that just a lamp going out for no reason like it sometimes does? You need to wait, ma'am. Give me 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry up. I'm hungry too. So, anyway, where was I? Oh, Hobby. Okay. So I ordered their, I think it's called Party Deluxe yarn with the sequins, and I figure I'll add a little zhuzh to the bottom of the dress and just add some sequins. Bought 4 cones of it because you pay less if you buy more, and I figured I could like do like the whole skirt with the sequins, so that'll be extra sparkly and fun. I also bought other yarn to get free shipping, which will be Halloween sweater yarn. It's acrylic, and it's I forget what it was called, Tea Party something whatever, but it's like orange and purple, like really moody looking, and I think it'll be a fun Halloween sweater to knit. I do still want to do a Halloween knit along at some point, maybe starting at the end of August. My Halloween advent won't be out until like mid-September to everybody. I think mid-September is when I'm going to start shipping it out, so it'll get there by October 1st, and everybody will have plenty of time to, get ready. But I do want to do a Halloween make-along. Anyway, yeah, so I bought yarn on Hobby, and then that'll be fun, I think. So, on to the Joan sweater. So, got my Joan sweater here. If you watched Knit Night on Monday, during the course of the show, I wound up ripping out the entire bind off, and I'm extending the ribbing. I didn't work on this much this week either. I don't know, out of sight, out of mind, wasn't looking at it. I think I got some work done on it on Tuesday, I want to say, maybe. No, because that was when I started the white project. Okay, Monday. I haven't worked on it since Monday then. So, yikes, should probably do that because I have to fix the sleeves. I want to make them longer and less tight because I have big fat sausage arms. So I want to go back before the ribbing, undo the decreases. Yeah, it's gonna be a fair bit of work, but I think it'll be worth it because the sleeves will be longer and more comfortable. I think I could probably do full length sleeves, although I might go with 3/4 just because I'm a 3/4 kind of gal. I'm always pushing my freaking sleeves up. I'm just not a sleeves kind of girl, which makes me think I should probably knit more vests. I really like that Timbo vest everybody's been knitting. Maybe I should do one of those. Anyway, I think that's it. That covers it this week. I did not get any work done on my murder sweater, unfortunately, my Summer of Murder sweater. And I really wanted to get work done on that, but the white project having to get ripped out and started over, and I'm sorry I'm flickering. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how to stop that. I don't know how to make it better. It seems to be pretty arbitrary. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and usually Friday. Next Friday is my birthday, so I may just eat an entire party platter of sushi and go into a coma. I don't know if I'll record next Friday, to be perfectly honest, but I might. We'll see. I have no plans for my birthday because I hate celebrating my birthday. Also, my roommate will be out, so who knows? I'll probably just work and eat sushi. If I work. Maybe I'll be a rebel and take the day off. Anyway, thank you for watching. Happy 4th of July, wherever you are. If you don't celebrate, happy 4th anyway, because freedom is contagious. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you really soon. Okay, bye.